This is Ron Miller. I'm here at the 98th edition of the Pennsylvania Farm Show with Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary Greig. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Nice to be here with you. 98th. Wow. What's new at the Farm Show this year? What are you excited about with the Farm Show this year?
Well, this year's theme is Pennsylvania farming, growing for you, and we're excited about. This is a celebration of 60 years of Pennsylvania Farm Show milkshakes. So
that is amazing. I've had one today already. I probably will have a few more this week. I figured it out. They've been around 2 years long, or 2 years less than I have. So I might have had one as a very young person years ago. A lot of things are happening in Pennsylvania with the farm community. Can you give us some highlights? What's really going on in Pennsylvania? I know this is one of our most important industries in the state, maybe number one. York County agriculture is very important, but it's very important across the state, even though it's diverse.
Agriculture is the number one industry in Pennsylvania, and I'm very proud of that fact. In fact, we have grown our dairy industry and agriculture in general has grown about 1% compared to some of the states around us that have not grown, have shrunk. But we're very proud of the heritage that agriculture has in Pennsylvania and the history, and we're very thankful for all the work that Governor Corbett and the legislature has done to help out agriculture.
Yeah, we've done some things in the past legislative session. One of the things we just passed legislation, I believe it's awaiting the governor's signature, deals with high tunnels. Can you comment on what high tunnels are and why this was important to the Pennsylvania farmer?
Well, high tunnels are like a greenhouse. Most of them are used for greenhouses. Some farmers are using them for other uses, but it really helps out the expansion of our fruit and vegetable industry. And that is because, a lot of people, they don't make a lot of money off of fruits and vegetables, but it gives them a chance to put up a temporary structure and not be charged property tax on that structure.
And I think that's very important. Our farmers are some of our best stewards of the environment and of the earth. As you might remember, I chair the Pennsylvania delegation of the Chesapeake Bay Commission, and just recently I was elected chair for the entire commission. One of the things we're working with is with the farm community, of course, to reduce the nutrient runoff and things. And our farmers are doing a great job. I'm seeing a large expansion of cover crops. Are you noting this across the state also?
Yes, they are. Everybody is finding out that cover crops helps out the soil, helps to keep the soil in place. Farmers have been using best management practices in Pennsylvania, in the Chesapeake Bay area for many, many years, put in voluntarily, and really have improved the soil and the water in the Chesapeake Bay.
And I think that's very important because we're under these mandates by the EPA. We've done a lot of upgrades across the whole spectrum as far as sanitary sewer systems, but the farm community is kicking in and doing their share. Hopefully we can do more programs to enable them to do even more and help them out. One of the laws we did pass this past year, which I'm sort of happy about, was proposed to me by a lady in York County, Patty McCandles, and basically had to do with preserved farmland and the inspection process. And it was pretty cool because she said, the farmers are doing a great job. They're preserving farmland, but we have a big burden to go out and inspect them on an every year basis. And we talked about the fact that our honest farmers, we don't need to do that. Every 2 years would probably be sufficient. And I was pleased that you were able to support that and that the governor signed it. You commented to me a little bit ago that some counties have cited to you how much money they might save by changing the inspection requirements. Can you repeat those for us?
Yes, I can. We're very thankful for you sponsoring that because I've talked to separate county conservation districts who have saved $30,000 to $40,000 just by extending the inspection from 1 year to 2 years.
And that's important. We don't want anybody to not protect their preserved land properly, but again, our farm community is so hardworking and honest, we don't need to check every year on them. Plus we have other means of checking. There's all kinds of aerial photographs and everything else. In areas of agriculture, we doing unique things with potatoes or anything else out there these days?
Well, another bill that was just passed and signed was the potato bill, which for some reason years ago there was a restriction on the number of pounds that can be in a bag of potato. Well, what we were finding out was some suppliers from other states were bringing in smaller packages, selling them for less than what our 6-pound bags were. So thanks again for passing that legislation, which allowed us to compete with our neighboring states on bag size.
So our law actually made it illegal for Pennsylvania farmers to sell the smaller bags, but didn't impact farmers from other states selling into Pennsylvania.
Correct.
That was one of the things that some of my constituents misunderstood. They thought, gee, this is sort of trivial. Why is this so important? But it's important to allow our farmers to compete on a level basis.
That's correct.
Any other issues of importance with going on right now that you'd like to talk about?
We're working a lot on exports. PA preferred another bill that was recently or passed last session, but has really had a big impact on almost all of Pennsylvania agriculture. I know that we have had a press conference with Giant. Now Giant has agreed that all the milk from the Giant stores is going to be PA preferred milk made in Pennsylvania. So that is helping us to sell our local products grown locally here in Pennsylvania. And it also helps as far as food safety because, every time that food comes a long distance, each time that it stops, each port that it's in, each station that it's in, there's a chance for contamination. And this way, our food is fresher and it's a lot more safe.
Mr. Secretary, I'm very appreciative of all your efforts to help Pennsylvania agriculture. I'm aware of our efforts to try to enhance the exports of our agricultural products. And just thank you for your service and everything that you're doing for Pennsylvania.
Well, thank you. It's a team effort.
Thank you, sir.